You guys are being recorded. In
Hello.
3, 2. Hey, we're on YouTube. Okay. And
Hi,
in
YouTube.
hi YouTube.
I tube
Three,
you.
2, 1. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 369. I'm Jason.
Nice.
I'm Jeff.
I'm the power bottom.
Yeah,
And I'm the intern.
that's right. Blake is not here. He actually had a family thing to deal with this week. So it was a legit excuse. He actually wanted to be here for episode 369, Gronk's favorite number. But so he could not make it. So sending good thoughts and karma to him this week. He'll be back next week, which is sad too, because for the first time in 8 years of us doing this show, he could actually gloat about the Cleveland Browns.
I think
Yeah.
he just has a really bad hangover.
Is that from Cleveland winning and Ohio State getting blown out? Poor Ohio State. Just shows you that the SEC is better than everybody.
Hey, they pay their players the most.
Well, allegedly. Well, no, that's not alleged. So, yeah, we're all here this week. Nothing really going on over there. Jim, how you doing?
Not bad. I'm just relaxing because it's
Okay.
a nice, easy Tuesday night.
Okay. You know, last week we had a nice Tuesday night, and then Wednesday all hell broke loose in the country. So hopefully, we
I'm
don't
just
have
waiting
that
for that to happen tomorrow.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Ma-
Tell me about it. I mean, now I can't even wear my new winter hat because the guy ruined Viking hats for everybody. I mean, I put this on.
Oh my
Oof.
God! Oh my God! Did you storm the Capitol? I've seen you.
And yeah, and now that's what everyone will think. And it's like, oh, I've got a Viking hat.
Jeff, I know that you're not that guy because that guy only eats organic foods.
And that's what I don't eat. So,
Yes.
You're the anti that guy.
but everyone will think I'm just like now, mocking or idolizing or something, and it's like I don't
like
even want
mock-
anything to do with him.
I like mocking better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even want anything to do with him. So
I do feel bad for him.
Why?
Dale doesn't even have organic food. Can't eat.
oh no, he's going to starve to death.
It's a shame.
Oh, no.
Shame. So we're hoping tomorrow is a lot calmer of a day. We're hoping.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I went to the grocery store already and got the click list, so I'm good for a while.
Yeah.
And I just ordered a 4-pound tub of pretzels off Amazon, and that will be here tomorrow. So I'm good. I'm good.
Do you have enough peanut butter?
We actually, so we bought that at Christmas time because my wife was making cookies with the kids, and we have 3 giant tubs of peanut butter in the pantry right now.
So you have
So,
enough. Okay.
yes. I think I'm going to sneak one into the fridge just so I have one in the fridge.
You might as well if you got 3 giant tubs.
We do. But yeah, I actually did buy a 4-pound tub of Schneider's pretzels. Amazon has them for $8, 4 pounds, and they're the thick ones too. So, that was my excitement. We do want to say thank you to number one fan Doug. He literally threw stuff on my porch and drove off today for the expo. We got it's going to be tough to see. There we go.
It's going to be very tough to see because your background is in the way.
Oh, fine. Let me fix my background here. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Let's see here. No effect. There we go. What's that?
Nothing. We're talking amongst ourselves.
Oh, okay. This is a Dungeons and Dragons miniature set 4-pack. We got 2 of these. There's a Drow Elf Ranger.
Drow.
Me and Brian go with Drow, okay? That's how we call it.
You guys are wrong.
A human fighter.
That's what I am. I'm a
You
human
are.
fighter.
A Dragonborn Cleric. And this is the one I am, a Mind Flayer. So there you go.
You are a mind flayer.
You are an
So-
illithid.
We will be giving away 2 packs of these at the Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 17th through the 19th. He dropped them off for that. Unless my kids wanted them, which they don't. But we'll be giving that away. And then we got a new gift. When you play trivia with us this year at the Cincinnati Comic Expo, because fucking A, we got the vaccine coming. So let's do this, people, so we can have an expo. My Big Lie by Bill Cosby. It's a children's book. So we'll be giving this away as well.
Wow.
The one-
I mean, what does Bill Cosby consider his big lie?
I don't know. It's a books for beginner readers.
So we're gonna have Cosby trivia.
Don't read it. Don't read it.
Hello, friend. I'm Little Bill. Sorry I can't play with you now.
So
I
we'll
have
run
to-
her up.
Jail.
run her up and-
I have to stay in my room and think about what I did wrong.
I have to stay in my jail cell and
So we'll run her up of that. Get some Jello pudding pops.
All the people from the town stopped what they were doing. They grabbed their hose and their rolling pins. Whoa, hey! Hey!
who's he calling a hoe?
I don't know. The boy thinks it's pretty funny to see all the grown-ups with their axes and hoes. Wow.
Axes and hoes.
Axes and hoes. Yeah. So there you go. It's a great story. It's illustrated by Varnett Honeywood. Is it written by Bill Cosby? It is by Bill Cosby. Oh, that's nice. To the Cosby family. There you go. That's really nice. So we'll be giving that away this September 17th through 19th. Doug, thank you for this. Turning the doorknob, I was dragged inside by the force. Oh, whoa, by force. Wow.
By the Force. I mean, does Star Wars have a
don't-
copyright or something on that?
I don't think it's that force. So yeah, this was made in, let's see here.
Japan?
I don't know about that.
Philadelphia.
1999. So there you go, May 1999. So, and
I
everything.
mean, makes sense. You party like it's 1999.
That's right. And nothing bad has happened since 1999. I mean, it's been pretty smooth for the last 22 years.
Except for last Wednesday.
And this past Sunday when the Pittsburgh Steelers lost. That was heartbreaking. Really
Oh.
heartbreaking. Did everybody see Big Ben crying?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It
was
might
sad.
be his last game.
Yeah, it's a shame. Really is a shame. Not really. Fuck him. But yeah, Cleveland, from what I saw, they played a really good first quarter. Did they play anything after that, Jim?
They held on to win the game.
Did they play prevent defense?
No, they end up with 5 interceptions.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah. Been through for like 510 yards.
And set a
Crazy.
record for
He set a
most
record for
completions.
most completions in any game.
Jeez, oh.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it makes sense when they were down so much that he had to throw the ball so much, but still.
you
It
know,
didn't start off so hot with the first play from scrimmage being a snap over head into the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown.
Not great.
I turned it on and it was 14-0, and I was like, "Oh, that's impressive." And then I literally a minute later it was 21-0, and then I was like, "Oh,"
And
I went
then
up.
you're like, and only 3 minutes are out of the game.
Yeah, I was like, "Damn." It was a tough call though. I really hate Pittsburgh, but I really don't like the Browns either. So I didn't know who to root for in that one.
Always
Well,
against
Obvious.
Pittsburgh.
Always
Yeah.
against Pittsburgh.
So is you going to just take Chase Claypool's prediction, and the Browns won't last very long in the playoffs now? That they get to go against Kansas City, who's going to smack them.
Kansas City probably will kill them. I'm hoping they don't, because I'm actually rooting for the Browns to beat the Chiefs so the Buffalo Bills could beat the Ravens and have maybe a little bit easier path to the Super Bowl, because I'm rooting for the Bills on the AFC side. But in NFC, I really don't care. I don't like the Packers. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I don't really care about the Bucks. I guess maybe the Saints. Maybe.
Go Rams.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe the Rams.
They still got Whitworth, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His first game back in like 2 months was this week.
Okay.
Mhm.
He came
And
back
what a
from
surprise! MCL surgery.
MCL
And what a
surgery.
surprise! There was no pressures from the left side.
Well,
So
at least cheer for the Rams, at least for Whitworth purposes. But the Bills, yeah, I agree with you on that one, Jay.
So the Browns and what's the other team? Bills both got the victories this week for the first time in ages in the playoffs. So basically, it's on to the Lions and the Bengals that are the ones that need to get that off their back, right?
Cowboys too.
Really?
I don't think they've won a playoff game since the 90s or something, since they last won the Super Bowl.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
gotta imagine that
At least they never did.
What's that, Brian?
No, the Jets beat the Bengals that one year. When
Oh yeah, that's right. I was there. That was a lot of fun.
So
The
congratulations.
Jaguars had like a playoff win in that time, but they are just horrible.
Yeah, but
all right.
Yeah.
They're going to get Lawrence next year, so they'll be all right.
they got Urban Meyer coming to them. They'll be fine.
Maybe.
Maybe. And what is up with Urban Meyer? So every 5 years he has to retire because he has a medical condition. Is it really, or does he just not give a shit after 5 years?
He gets
It's
cured.
usually like every 5 years, some sort of allegation comes up, and then he just kind of goes away for a while. And then after people have forgotten about him for a while, they're like, "Oh yeah, we forgot about Urban Meyer. He's still alive. He's awesome."
He's still alive. So congratulations to Blake this weekend. Good for him. I'm glad that I'm glad that the Browns won for him, and convincingly too. So,
We have several Browns friends who are deserving of a victory, so good for them. I'm happy they got it.
we do want to say some sad news tonight. Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell was taken to the hospital yesterday because he said his whole body did not feel good, like he just felt off, and they're testing, I think today or tomorrow, for cancer, and that's what they think it is. And sad news is that I guess his mom passed away from cancer as well a couple years ago, and so he's said it. His rep said it didn't look too good. So, but they're holding out hope. So there you go. So Dustin
No
Diamond
one wishes that on him, even if he has been what word am I looking for?
a cunt.
A shithead.
Oh, that works. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So there you go. Jeff, you're a Jeopardy fan. What did you think about Alex Trebek's last episode?
It was the same as his previous 30 years.
Yeah, but the montage at the end.
Oh, the montage. It was a montage of the last 30 years.
Okay, what do you
I
think of Ken Jennings' first episode?
I
I
don't
haven't watched
think,
either.
Yeah, I watched Jennings' first episode. I don't think his tone of voice or whatever just makes it harder to follow the questions. I mean, Alex did have a nice voice for reading questions, where Ken has a little slur in his speech or whatever.
Do you think Katie Couric is going to be any better next week?
I have no clue, and I think it's going to be longer. I don't think it's next week. I think Ken did like 2 or 4 weeks worth of shows or something.
How did he have time when he was doing the chase?
Considering they film an entire week's worth of shows in one day, I think he can find time.
Aaron Rodgers.
The bigger question is, I was just going to say, Jason, are you excited that Aaron Rodgers is going to be hosting?
Screw him. First thing
I missed that.
Yeah, they just announced it today. First thing I would do is
announced
make
it
a
today.
short joke. I would make a short joke to him so he could get all pissed off.
Who is
doesn't
Tom
like-
Cruise?
No, he doesn't like being picked on about his shortness. My
Is he
wife
short?
and I, he's 6'3", or
That's
6'2",
not short.
but people think that he's taller. I'll check to see exactly how tall he is. Maybe he's 6'1". But anyways, we were watching a 20.
Still,
What's that?
still, it's not short.
Uh,
I mean, maybe football players are usually taller, but I mean,
hold on.
probably a little bit taller than the average man, American man, anyway.
My wife and I, a couple of years ago, watched a 60 Minutes interview with him. He's 6'2". And people would go up to him and they're like, "Oh, I thought you would be taller in person," and he would like not be happy. He would go off on it. And people have said that's one of his pet peeves is like anybody talking about his height. It's like you're 6'2".
I mean, would people think he was 7 foot or something? I mean,
He's Giant Gonzalez. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers is interesting. Katie Kirk, I don't think would be bad. I think Katie Kirk could do it. Ken Jennings is getting brushed back because of some bad things that he said in the
he
past.
threw out some tweets in the past that he was trying to make jokes that didn't land, and
Yeah. So,
and that's one thing. I know some people were complaining about. Oh, he tweeted this out, blah blah blah, and it's like, no, it was a bad joke, blah blah blah, and they're like, I suppose some people were upset that he didn't take them down. It's like, and his thing is, well, I'm putting everything out there. It's already out there, and I want everything to be judged for what it is.
I think it would look worse if he did take it down. It would be like he's trying to cover it. So, anyways, we had our top 5 of Alex Trebek replacements a couple weeks ago. You can listen to that one. So, let's see here.
Aaron Rodgers was not on my list.
No. Let's see here. Anything you've watched this week, guys? Anything that you can care to talk?
First, go ahead, Jim.
I watched The King of Staten Island.
I watched that a couple weeks ago. How'd you like it?
From all the hype that came out of it, I expected a little more, but it wasn't bad.
Mm-mm.
I'm not a big Davidson fan, but I think he was okay in the role. Flynn was playing himself.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a Pete Davidson fan at all, and I enjoyed the movie. I mean, if it was on TBS or something, I would watch it, but it wasn't anything like I would go out of my way to see, but I enjoyed it a lot. For what we were looking for a movie, both my wife and I could watch, and I enjoyed it. It's on HBO Max now, isn't it, Jim?
Yeah.
Just came out this weekend.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I saw the first 2 episodes of season 3 of Cobra Kai.
And
I'm getting there. It pretty much takes off, or that takes up where it left off.
okay.
So
Hillary Swank scene is awesome.
I didn't get to the Hillary Swank scene.
There was an article today about her being in the 4th season. Hillary Swank. We talked about it last week.
We did.
And I read a couple of different articles yesterday that said that they're also preparing spinoffs already in the works.
What's
Wow.
do?
It didn't really like give
Maybe
any
they'll
kind
get-
of
Joe,
What, Jim?
what's that?
Bob's going to get his own show. The Priest.
I don't know who the priest is.
Who's the priest?
The Priest. Bobby, one of the Cobra Kais. One of Johnny's friends.
Oh,
okay. I'm sorry.
I was thinking of one of the new Cobra Kais. Okay.
Jeff, I was with you. I was like, did I miss a priest in here somewhere? Did I watch
Yes.
it?
He goes to church and he gets his ass kicked by him.
Sorry, my bad. I got it now.
I was going to say maybe they'll spin off Aisha under her own show since they shoved her off to a private school.
Yeah.
She'll be back.
She'll be back. I just don't know how else you could do it. I mean, I really don't. What spinoff? Like, I don't know if the universe is big enough for a spinoff of this.
They're going.
Maybe
It's going to be in Japan.
Yeah, with his mentor, Miyagi's son or whatever.
Or even the guy who I forget his name, that he fought in the second one.
Chosen.
Okay.
Yeah, Chosen.
Okay. I haven't watched the Cobra Kai yet, Jeff. I keep forgetting to turn it on. So.
Or maybe the spinoff will follow. What's his name? Stingray.
Yeah. I was waiting for a Stingray appearance in season 3.
Apparently, he is nowhere near allowed to school or children after the events of season 2.
Brian, did you watch anything?
Yeah, I watched probably the stupidest movie I've seen in a long time, next to Hard Kill, and that was The Dead Don't Die.
What's that?
It's the Bill Murray, Adam Driver zombie movie.
Oh yeah, that was back. Yeah,
absolutely awful.
Really?
It did not get good reviews.
No. The only good thing about it is that one of my favorite musicians does the theme song for it, and he gets talked about throughout the movie.
Who is that?
Sturgill Simpson.
Oh. Who's that?
He's a country artist. Okay. Country.
Is he new, young, older?
He's been around for a while, but he's not really... he's part of the Americana leg of country music now. He's more old school. You wouldn't hear him on the radio.
He's no
By old school, do you mean Garth Brooks or old school
like
Johnny Cash?
Like yeah, he's more like Cash and Haggard kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not Florida Georgia Line.
Whatever that is.
Yes.
Whatever that is.
There's no band called Lady Antebellum.
But there was.
What are they called now? Bellum?
Lady
A.
Oh.
Even though there was another artist who was going around with the name Lady A, so there's a lawsuit.
Oh.
And then else? I also watched. I finally broke down and paid the $20 to watch Let Him Go, the Kevin Costner movie.
Oh, I forgot that was out. How is that?
It's been out since November. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. It was really good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the Tom Hanks one. My bad.
Yeah, no, I had read the book back in around Thanksgiving, and finally got around to watching it. But it was very good. Okay. I enjoyed it.
Are you watching News of the World this week?
I have not.
It comes out, I think, Friday? I think it's Friday.
Maybe I will.
With Tom Hanks? That's one I thought you meant.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'll probably watch that.
Let's see. I think what I watch. I'm going through Titans slowly but surely.
And I tried to get into that, and I can't.
You don't like comic book stuff, do you?
I mean, I do, and I don't. Like, it just like so. I don't know I don't know what it is about it that I can't get into it. I'm up. I think I'm on episode 5 of season 1, and it's just taken me forever.
Yeah, I'm at episode 4, and it's the same thing. And I don't hate it, but
it's bad.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know. It's something about it isn't grabbing me.
I keep hearing season 2's better. So, Jim, you've seen them, right? Titans?
I've seen about 7 episodes of it.
Okay. Is it the same thing for you? It just hasn't caught you, or is it just something like you're like, it's okay?
I was doing other things when it was on, so I didn't really focus in on it.
Okay.
I still think it's the best, at least live action DC adaptation, television adaptation. Probably better than most of the movies outside of maybe the first two Nolan Batman movies. I think it's better than anything else I've seen from DC.
And I'm not against it. And I still want to try to get through it because I think it will pick up. But it's just, I'm with Brian. Like, there's just something off on it. I don't know. I just can't get into it as quick.
But I feel the same way about Doom Patrol too. Like both of those, like I've tried, like I've started and restarted Doom Patrol twice now, and like I can't get into it.
Yeah, Doom Patrol is next on my list.
I want to see Harley Quinn's movie or cartoon. Sorry, I heard that was pretty funny. I did start Batman Beyond, the 1990s animated series, because I'm a huge Batman the Animated Series fan, huge, and that just came to HBO Max along with Batman Beyond, and Batman Beyond I'm 5 episodes. And it's stylish, like the style is very similar to Batman, the animated series, in terms of how they draw it. It obviously takes place in the future. And old Bruce Wayne is teaching, a new kid, McGinnis, to take over the role. And it's good. I'm a little bit into it, and I've enjoyed it. I've never seen it, but I've heard nothing but great reviews. And the rumor is that Michael Keaton will be the Bruce Wayne in a live-action film of Batman Beyond. So that's the rumor. We'll see what happens on it.
I think it was Batman Beyond. The animation on that, they drew everything on black.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of coloring things black, they used the background, the paper was black, and everything was drawn on that. So, which makes sense for a Batman.
Mm-hmm. It is darker than Batman animated series, and it's a little bit more adult too. There was a couple of things, like I'm watching it, and my youngest, who's 4, and he's like, "Can I watch?" I was like, let me watch a couple episodes first. And then like the one episode is, this guy, he's talking to his teenage girlfriend, and this guy's a typical football jock, and he's like, "You want to take a ride?" And I forget she's like, "I don't know. I don't want to go up there with you." And he's like, "That's not the only ride I'm talking about." I'm like, whoa, hey. It's like, oh, okay.
A 4-year-old won't know what that means unless you teach him what it means, and then you're a bad parent.
I'm just like, it's more adult. And I was like, whoa, did not expect some of that. So he's seen a couple episodes, but like I said, it's not bad.
I'd say the other ride he was talking about was the spinning teacups. I don't know what you're thinking about.
What?
The spinning teacups, you get on and spin them, and it turns in circles.
Is that what it was?
That was the other ride.
Oh. I did have on while I was working today the 1991 Survivor Series. I think, Brian, I found the worst team I've ever seen in a Survivor Series 4-on-4 matchup. It was Skinner. It was Berserker. It was, hold on. I wrote it down just because of how bad. The Iron Sheik, when he's the Iraqi sympathizer, General Adnan, I think, or something. I don't even know. And Hercules. And I love Hercules.
Did they win?
No, they lost to. They went against El Matador, Tito Santana, Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich, Sergeant Slaughter, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And I was like, oh, Texas Tornado and Tito Santana are, great. And I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. So I text my brother, Doug, and I'm like, this might be the worst Survivor Series. He's like, oh, I'm sure there's worse. Literally, like 5 minutes later, he texts me back, okay, BuzzFeed has an article online of the worst Survivor Series tag teams, and that was the worst one. I was like, whew. Yeah. So I saw that line up online, and they got cleaned out 4-0. They lost. Come on, Skinner.
So unrealistic.
So I just thought that was kind of funny when I watched it. I was like, that is a horrible team. Let's see here. Speaking of Cobra Kai, we had a Twitter poll of the week. We had, what is your favorite season of Cobra Kai? There was only 3 options.
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Number 1 came in last with 25% of the vote. and 2 just barely beat out season 3, 38-37. So there you go. There's your picks. I've not seen.
So I found the article that I was reading about the spinoffs. It's on comicbook.com.
Mm-hmm.
It says our hope is that we can really expand the whole universe and reinvigorate the fan base. So that it's a story we can continue telling. We do have an end game for Cobra Kai, but we always compare it to our other favorite show, Breaking Bad, and how they're able to keep the story going with Better Call Saul and El Camino. We spend time with Kreese's backstory in season 3, but we could have spent more time with his backstory. We have so many things to tell in these half-hour episodes, it ends up not being enough time. We're just having fun as friends getting to work in the sandbox of Karate Kid and hope to keep it going.
Okay. Are they mandated
I could see a
half-hour
Kreese spinoff.
You
What's
do a
that?
young Miyagi too.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't think about that. With Jaden Smith.
Oh.
They just let you know WandaVision releases this Friday, January 15th.
Looks like I'll be ready to get Disney Plus now.
They said that each episode's only a half hour. So they said it's a quick watch. So there you go.
Well, yeah, it's like a family sitcom, isn't it?
Yeah, they said each week is like a different era of family sitcoms, each episode. So, I mean, I'll watch it. It's Marvel, but, you know.
I don't think you shouldn't watch it.
Maybe.
If you're going into the attitude that it's going to suck, you shouldn't watch it.
You know what? I'm not actually. I'm actually looking forward to it because it looks.
But you don't like
different.
Scarlet Witch, so
No, but I'm really interested.
You're like, I guess I'll watch it.
I just mean I got like 80,000 other shows I should probably get through, like Titans.
I guess I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, maybe you should finish the first season of Jessica Jones, especially since she is apparently coming to the MCU or into the movies. So
she's going to appear in She-Hulk, the Disney Plus series.
Yes,
and then Daredevil is Matt Murdock is in the new Spider-Man film. He's going to be Peter Parker's attorney. So there you go. Charlie Cox. They said that the only 2 that they're planning on coming back with. No Luke Cage, bastards. And no Iron Fist.
They can forget Iron Fist.
Danny Rand?
Well, I'm not against Danny Rand. I just think the casting for Danny Rand was less than desirable.
I don't think I ever watched that series at all.
Do it.
Iron Fist? Yeah. Jessica Jones was fantastic, the 5 episodes I saw. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
I mean, let's be real.
There's 25 more episodes of that?
No,
I didn't. Yeah, there are 13 episodes. So there's even more than that.
Are they bringing
30s?
No Punisher. Sorry. Sorry, Brian. Let's see here. I think that's it. Oh, we have a Hobie promo code for Izzy at Untidy Venus on Etsy shop. Her Etsy shop. Lots of fun new things coming in. You can use Hobie Pod when you buy something from her, and you get 15% off. So go there and get some memorabilia, some geek stuff. She makes it by hand, hence the reason it's on Etsy. So it's Untidy Venus, and put in a Hobie Pod. So there you go. Also, I will be on the EIL FM, Everything I Learned from Movies podcast in March when we do the feel-good film Passion of the Christ. So just to let you guys know. So let's see here. Jim, did you want to do listener feedback since Blake's not here?
Woo! Can I?
All yours, buddy.
Okay. Well, now I got to think of who we're sponsored by.
Yeah, I'll do the paper.
Good job.
We got the bomb listener feedback sponsored by Ben Roethlisberger and Marquise Pouncey maybe playing their last games.
Oh.
And going right into that,
They started off that game so beautifully.
We have a question from Doug, number one fan.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
7.
Dad.
And he says, "Why didn't the Browns lose their playoff game after being up 28-0? It seems like a Browns thing to do." I really thought they were going to give it up. What Steelers are like? They're going to get within one score. The Steelers are going to come back and win this game, but the Browns held on. I mean, they did what they had
scoring.
to do.
That was the thing.
The question is can their coach continue to coach from his basement? Because that seems to have worked.
Oh, you mean by not coach from his basement because he can't have any when the game was going on, he couldn't have any contact with anybody a half hour before the game started to when the game ended.
And that's pretty shitty, isn't it? Isn't it?
Especially during the COVID year and you're making exemptions from rules and everything.
Yeah. Because they said he turned off his phone, he couldn't have his phone on and all that. I think that's pretty shitty. I mean, it's like, make an exemption. I mean, let him coach from there. What's it going to do? What's it going to do?
If he's watching the game on television, he'll get some information that they wouldn't normally have because television lets you in on some things.
Fine.
Like the guys who don't have it on too?
They're not supposed to.
Fine.
Don't know.
Let the coach of the Browns watch the Nickelodeon version. Okay? That won't give him any advantage. Pass it to SpongeBob. Pass it.
Guys, watch out for the slime line.
Make sure Chubb doesn't slip on that. Watch the slime. They said 2 million people watched the Nickelodeon version. They said the highest rating thing for Nickelodeon in years. I saw bits and pieces, like the highlights of it. I think it was fine. I think it's a good way to reach out to kids that are, not really watching football.
It's really, it was led towards people who know nothing about football.
Mm-hmm.
Because I watched it and it was, I got dumber watching it. I mean, I think Nate Burleson did the best job he could with what he was getting, what he was given. But some of the other comments by the other people doing it was just kind of like.
I like the graphics. I thought it was enjoyable. It's not something I would watch every time, but if you're watching it and you want your kid to get involved, or you said, what's that?
No, I was just gonna say, like, with it being the COVID year and you're trying to grasp any kind of viewership you can get because it's available to get. It's different and it's fun. So
going after a new group of viewers, I think it was great. But for people who know the sport and have watched a long time, it was kind of mind numbing. But
unfortunately,
for sure, I definitely wouldn't watch regularly. But
should they do other sports that we might not understand? Like, could they put cricket on there and we would enjoy it more?
Yes.
Unfortunately, cricket would
be
do
curling.
Ooh.
Oh, I understand curling though. So.
And it would be like a giant pit the ball goes into. I like that.
Did you guys see the Frank Caliendo tweet he put out of Summerall and Madden during the Nickelodeon game?
No.
I didn't because I forgot that I had to refollow him on my third Twitter account that I had to set up.
It's pretty much they have the Saints are on the goal line and they throw the touch and it's a touchdown. And then Madden what the fuck is going on here?
Hey Jim, when you score a touchdown, that's 6 points.
Yes.
Fuck. Is Madden dead? Is Madden dead?
Yeah.
No?
No.
Jeez,
Summerall is though.
Yeah, Summerall is.
Yes.
Unfortunately, what the Nickelodeon game looked like is I think eventually what the XFL is going to, but with real slime on the field. That's all they're going to do. So
The Rock is going to turn this into the greatest thing ever.
You know what? I'm
That's
looking forward
what he
to it. Yeah, 2022. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go, Rock.
Just
Let's bring
just about everything he touches is instantly gold. Somehow.
I'm fine with it. Let's
He
do
made Jumanji enjoyable.
it. You know what? Johnny Manziel may have a shot if he does really well in the 7-on-7 football that he's in right now. He may have a shot back in the XFL. Who knew?
Yes.
Did you see Johnny Manziel, the big burnout from the Browns quarterbacks? He said that he now accepts that it was his fault that he's out of the NFL.
Are we a Browns podcast
Well,
now?
that is step
Maybe.
one.
5 years later, you admit that it's your fault. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It's kind of like Amy not being on the show again. Maybe she realized it was her fault. Anyways, let's go. What else we got?
That's the worst connection I've ever heard.
We got from Amy. Why aren't I invited back on the show?
Because it's your fault.
I don't know what you're talking about. Not sure what you're talking about.
Next, we have from Meow God. Who is your favorite Yoda? Scary Yoda, Sporty Yoda, Posh Yoda, or Ginger Yoda?
Jim?
What about Baby Yoda?
Nope.
He didn't ask about Baby Yoda. I'm going Posh Yoda.
Oh. Any specific reason?
No.
Okay.
I'm going Scary Yoda.
Give me a scary Yoda face, Jeff.
You will be. You will be.
I don't think I ever want to watch a Yoda movie again.
I'm not scared. You will be. Scary Yoda.
Brian? Who's your favorite?
We'll go with Ginger Yoda. I like ginger ale.
Oh. Well, I don't like it ginger ale, so I'm going with Sporty Yoda. I think that would be fun. Could see him running around with a backpack, throughout Dagobah. I could see that. So I'm going Sporty Yoda. So, and then he would always tweet that he's at CrossFit because you're not at CrossFit until you tweet about it. So, or Facebook it. CrossFit, I am.
Well, I don't like Sporty Yoda then. He's a douchebag.
Hence the reason I picked him, Brian. Come on.
Makes sense.
Jim, what else we got?
We got from Randall Holt, which was tweeted during the Browns game. If this game holds up, I will gladly listen to Blake talk Browns football this week on the podcast. Well, good thing you don't have to listen to it.
Welcome to the Browns podcast on the Hobie Network.
Blake, what do you think the Browns win? Cool. Okay, moving on. We got from Kevin at Cincy Explorer. I know you won't care, but WandaVision I know Jason won't care, but WandaVision is getting great reviews and is being called, quote, unquote, funny. Are you excited for the new series? Well, we kind of already hit on that.
Yep. Come on, Kevin, keep up.
Yeah.
You can't rent here anymore.
Okay, so now we got listener reviews from Bob.
Oh,
Caught up on some films during the holiday break. Captain Marvel. Wow, actually pretty good. It really was good.
It was. I loved Captain Marvel.
Rise of Skywalker. Holy shit. I kept putting off watching this. It was so bad. Like it made me say, hey, that Solo movie was pretty good.
See, it serves its point. It makes Solo look good.
I like Solo.
Didn't really like Rise of Skywalker compared to the rest of them, but there are much worse movies out there. Everything I've watched in the past couple months.
I've only seen it once, Rise of Skywalker, and my daughter has seen every Star Wars film multiple times, and she has not seen it yet, and she's like, can we watch it? I was like, yeah, I guess we can get one watch that one night, I guess. I don't know.
And then you keep putting it off because you're a bad parent.
Actually, I keep forgetting about it, to be honest. we keep watching other things. We watched Wonder Woman 1984 last week.
You?
No, not really. No, she's pretty easygoing. She was happy we watched Wonder Woman 1984, so she's watched that a couple times. So,
Bob also watched Terminator: Dark Fate. I hate myself, but I still like Terminator movies.
Don't hate yourself, Bob. You like what you like. It's okay.
but why do you like Terminator films?
Hey, if that's what Bob likes, leave him alone.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's free to like what he wants. The first one I really enjoyed, and then some were okay and some were crap. But if you like them, you like them. Good for you, Bob. Keep watching them.
Pretty much every franchise has good movies, okay movies, crappy movies.
Bob, I'm looking forward to at the end of the year for your next reviews. You'll be up to what, 2017 films, 2018? I feel like you're getting there. Come on.
Although Brian, I'm going to have
Why
to
are you
disagree.
picking on Bob?
I don't know. I just
Because Jason's an asshole.
So
Brian,
we have this thing called listener feedback. He's a listener, and he's providing us feedback, and you're making fun of him and picking on
no,
him.
I'm not making fun of him.
because that's what we do. They give us feedback and we make fun of it.
I'm still trying to get
It's a little give and take.
I'm still trying to watch
This
Jenny Jones
actually,
season
let me-
2 or 1 or whatever.
Let me back up. This wasn't feedback. It was a review. So why are we making fun of his review?
You know what, Brian? You're the man of the people. I apologize. I apologize, sir. Go ahead.
Look,
And honestly, we shouldn't take anything that Jason says for like truth or word or anything, because he still hasn't watched Pompeii yet.
How can I be an optimist about this?
Hey, he saw 15 minutes of it.
The
I
horse
still
died.
haven't
What's
seen
the deal?
confirmation of a donation made either.
Oh shit! Yeah, I gotta do that too. Hold on.
But Brian, I have to disagree with you. You know, like there are some movie franchises out there that have no bad movies. Take Police Academy, for example.
Oh, I know. I didn't say like every franchise has.
Well, you said every
Good,
franchise
bad,
has
no.
good, bad. Yeah. No, Police Academy is just
there
7
are some
glorious
that are
episodes.
all fantastic.
While we do
Fast and
the
Furious.
Police Academy, we should have a breath of silence for Hook. Officer Hooks.
Yep.
She did
Officer
pass away
Hooks,
this week.
73 years old, from Police Academy. So.
Oh, there were a lot of passings this week, weren't there? And now I don't remember what they were.
Yeah. Let me get the one. Hold on. Keep going. Do the next one. I'll get it.
We have from Professor Number One at Doctor Number One. Do you think the year 2020 was the universe just fixing itself and catching up for humans murdering Harambe?
Jeez.
Now,
I
I'm
mean-
not going to answer that question.
I agree that 2020 is probably some course correction along the way. Like all these time travelers who keep screwing things up. I think that's what 2020 was. A kind of, a fix to connect the broken timelines together.
I think 2020 is more a manifestation of the last 4 to 6 years. Finally, like the train is running out of tracks, so you've only got so much left that you can take, and it just finally just buckled.
I've always thought, I told my wife this, that not that Mother Earth or, nature is like a sentient being, but do you ever think that they're like, you fucked up our planet for so long, now it's just kind of like we're sending something back out there?
Absolutely. You've treated us like shit for so long.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is just an episode? This is just like the movie The Happening?
Yep, that's what he's saying. Nature created a virus to kill off a portion of humans.
If nature's Chinese, then yes.
It looks like it's the hang on. The House Resolution 38 for agreeing to impeach the president has the votes.
No surprise.
Yeah. You can listen to us more about politicals down the hall on the new OB podcast. We're back. Soapbox. So check us out every
I
Thursday.
thought it was Stomp.
No. We changed
Oh.
it.
Oh.
I
I
was
like
called
Stomp.
down the hall.
Speaking of 2020, there is a game I saw on Kickstarter called Hindsight 2020, the game of the year. They're trying to get backed. They have
they're
38
struggling.
hours to go. Did you see this, Jeff?
I saw something and I went by it very quickly. It had, 8% funding?
It's up to 17,456 hours of 20,000 that it needed.
Oh, it's close.
38 hours. Cutthroat party game where players will compete as different nations to survive 2020. Check the news, enact policies, protect your citizens, and sabotage rivals with the goal of being the last nation standing. You can wreak chaos across the world. Some of those are you can send fire tornadoes. You can enact policies of allowing people to have backyard zoos like the Tiger King.
Murder hornets? Are there murder hornets?
Murder hornets. There's a bonus one. You can send conspiracy theorists to your nation to take it out from the inside. Trying to think what some of them are here.
This actually sounds like a game that Jason would like.
I thought about it. I thought about getting it. Let's see here. Let's see. There's lockdowns. I'm trying to see. I can't find war. Butterflies, I think it says. Attack butterflies. I'm not sure. Can't read it all. So,
what's the price, or what's the minimum?
$25.
Ain't too bad. Plus shipping, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find it on their website, and it just literally says support us on Kickstarter. So
you probably have to go to Kickstarter to find out all about it.
There's a coronavirus pandemic card in there too. So just let you guys know.
What, coronavirus in 2020?
So it looked okay, but I don't know. Like I said, I'll check it tomorrow, see if it's close enough. If it is, then I'll may get it for when we have.
If it comes down to it won't fund unless Jason backs it, then you might back it.
No.
So you won't back it if it just needs one backer?
No, I won't. I'll be like, fuck you. Nope. Welcome to 2020. I will say that I was happy that my Dead Reckoning game got an email that it's on Target right now. So hopefully I get it in May of this year. The pirate game from the people that made Smash Up. So I'm hoping. I'm guessing more closer to July. When we're allowed playing games again. One day, Jeff.
If you set up all the plastic sheets and whatnot, we'd still be able to play games.
Yeah, like on Zoom.
No, like in your house, put a plastic sheets around every chair.
I gotcha. Okay, and then you guys have to wear the protective gear to come in. Okay,
yeah.
I like that. That's a good idea. So, it'd be really tough to share the wine though.
Well,
bring your own wine.
Yeah. Bring your own wine, yeah.
I guess.
Have the little things where you put your hands in the gloves so you can, like the Bubble Boy hands. So.
I like that. I got lots of new games. I would like somebody else to come over and play them because I keep losing to my wife.
Yeah, since your wife keeps kicking your ass.
I'm 1-5 last week or 2 weeks ago.
How'd you get a win in there?
I won at Clue.
So,
it was by default because I think everyone else guessed wrong.
Everybody gets wrong playing with really bad people.
Well, one's a 6-year-old. So the other one was
no better.
The 4-year-old got bored halfway through it and left. And then my wife played. So
now, did you actually play the right way?
What's that?
Because when I found out however we played growing up was not the way you play Clue.
Like, what's the right way?
Like when you ask for 3 things, the person to your left is the first person to tell you, and if they have none of them, they pass, and then it goes to this next person, and if they have, we didn't do that when we played.
Really?
we would ask a specific person what they had. There was no going around the table to find out.
Yeah, and it goes by much quicker if you do it that way, Jeff.
Oh yeah, same with Monopoly. I mean,
yeah,
I've
played
never played Monopoly under the right
we
rules.
played the Clue Liars Edition, I believe it was called.
Mm-hmm.
And you could only lie about certain things. That they had cards that you they had to play, so you couldn't. If somebody asked you something, you had to tell them the truth. And we played it that way, and it was like 3 turns around the board. I figured them out by the times we played.
Did you put it on the board that you won? Did you get a trophy?
It helped the first time, like the second game we played. The first time I asked a person in my hand, and then a room and a weapon, and nobody had anything.
So you knew 2 of the 3. Okay.
Right off the bat.
Well, my wife has said that when we play these games, these new ones, she's like, we need Jeff here to read the rules and just tell us what to do so we can drink.
So we can sit there and drink wine.
Yes. But my wife is she's very analytical. She's taken over the role of Jeff until Jeff can come over. So, let's see here.
Just
Jeff,
as long as she's not that one person in Pandemic.
Fucking Pandemic.
If your son took over the role of me and just started drinking.
On the positive, I think my Smash Up Marvel edition's coming soon. I think so.
I hope so. It should have been out a long time ago.
Yeah, I think it's January 20th, I think, is when it is supposed to be shipped to me. So
it's probably almost a year late from when they normally. Granted, 2020 sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But they would normally have a spring and a fall release, and last year they didn't release a damn thing.
Yeah. I'm excited about it. Jeff, give me some news of the geek music.
The news of the geek. Oh, apparently he wanted a lot longer because he got up and walked away. That's just it. It is the news of the geek, brought to you by Jason Brigger.
Thank you. I was outside the Capitol. Hold on. Live report.
Did you get stopped at the metal detectors?
No, but I did get a new Buffalo hat. I'm really excited about it. So, let's see here. Wonder Woman 1984 HBO's HBO Max debut was beneficial for the streaming service, as Bloomberg is reporting that not the presidential candidate,
his network or his magazine,
is reporting that the streaming service set a single-day record for downloads on its mobile app following the release of the DC Comics adaptation. 554,000 users signed up from Friday to Sunday, with a record 244,000 downloads on Sunday itself. There are obviously other ways to get HBO Max now, including through smart TVs and Roku and Amazon Fire. However, this data still offers a good idea of the interest level. As of now, HBO Max's total number of users stands just shy of 12 million. So, 11,999,000 more than Quibi. However, the big winner was Disney Plus.
There was a new year.
Jar.
What? No, I was reading the numbers here. It's in the story.
It's not.
Must have had a washout on that high road.
Well, like I told him over the weekend, his high road is at sea level. So,
it's still a road.
The only road lower than the one you're on is like in Death Valley.
Oh,
the road to hell.
But it's paved with good intentions.
Thank you, Jeff. See? However, the big winner is Disney Plus. There were 2.3 million global downloads over the same period. The subscriber count now stands at 87 million following the release of Soul. HBO Max. No, not Soul Plane. No, oh. God no. HBO Max is only available in the U.S., but there's no way Warner Media isn't salivating over the prospect of having that many subscribers. A global launch is still not planned for HBO Max. Anybody know why?
Nope.
I still don't understand why you can only get certain content on your YouTube TV subscription and the app. Like, I don't understand why it's different.
I was happy that I kept looking at getting it. If it didn't come to Amazon Fire TV by Christmas, I would have gotten it on YouTube TV just to see Wonder Woman, the new films coming out.
But you couldn't have watched Wonder Woman.
Oh, it wasn't even on that?
No, like any of the new stuff is not available on.
So it's not
YouTube
really
TV. Yeah,
it's not really HBO Max. It's just HBO.
You get some of the content is available through the YouTube TV app, like through your cable subscription through them. Most of their content, the like Max original stuff, is available, but not all of it. So like you couldn't watch Wonder Woman. You can't watch you couldn't watch Titans. You couldn't watch The Flight Attendant.
Huh.
Melissa McCarthy's new movie Superintelligence isn't available. Like there's a lot of stuff and none of the outside HBO stuff is available. Like Friends isn't available through the YouTube TV app, or their like your subscription through YouTube TV. A lot of that stuff isn't available. So
that sounds like the same stuff that your subscription through Amazon before. Well, yeah, even if you go through Amazon, you can't get necessarily HBO Go. You can get it through the Fire Stick. And
so that's what I actually did. Was I just went ahead and canceled my subscription to HBO TV or HBO Max through YouTube, and then bought a Fire Stick.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did. Yeah, we canceled our subscription through Amazon, and then just downloaded the app to Fire Stick, and got it that way.
Yeah, it says that you need to have the direct app. Yeah, to get everything.
It just seems stupid, dumb to me. Like, I mean, you're charging $15 a month through YouTube TV. Like I can only watch The Wire and The Sopranos so many times. Right.
But there's Game of Thrones. You can keep watching that over and over.
That's true. That's true.
Except for the last 3 seasons.
My wife did say that we should probably start watching Game of Thrones. And I was like, what? And she's like, I really think we should because everyone else we know has watched it. And I was like, but that's going to blow my shtick on the podcast. I can't do that. Damn it.
It's got the dinkles, man.
Can she watch it without you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fine.
Because I think she'd enjoy it.
Well,
it's got the dinkles.
I love the dinkles.
She's watching something about the Russian Tsar family now. I don't even know what it's about. But every time I go upstairs to watch it when I go to bed for the podcast, there's always a sex scene. Like every single time, I'm like, "Is that all they do?" She's like, "Yeah, pretty much. That's all it is."
Sure, it's like Outlander or something.
It's not Outlander. It's about the Russian monarchs. I don't know. It's not The Crown. That's British.
I mean, there's really only a handful of things you can do in Russia.
Yeah, and especially in the early 1900s. So
drink vodka and have sex.
Yeah.
Stand in line for toilet paper.
Let's see. We actually talked about the story too already. About Jessica Jones and Daredevil coming to the new universe, Marvel Cinematic Universe. A person that passed away a couple weeks ago, lead animator David Creek from Bob's Burgers. He died in a skydiving accident. That's the one we were talking about. That was on our Facebook page, History of Bad Ideas podcast. He was 42. So,
apparently he was a prolific skydiver.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's not like it was like his first time. He apparently does skydove all the time.
Let's see here. Some quickies. Roku picked up Quibi shows. Just to let you know, they officially picked them up.
Can you watch them from different angles on Roku?
I don't know. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm just reporting the facts on it. See, Brian, I'm here for you, buddy. I try.
You sit on a throne of lies.
And finally, some rumors coming out about the new Black Panther film. Supposedly a reliable source that broke a lot of news from other Marvel films, so we'll see. So take it with a grain of salt. T'Challa is not. They're not going to have him die. Chadwick Boseman's character. They're going to have him just leave, but they don't say they didn't say why he's left in the rumor, that is. So they're not going to kill him off. So that's kind of interesting.
They're not going to kill him off. He's just going to leave and go to heaven.
Or he went to his home planet, like in The Simpsons.
Like Poochie.
Yeah. Let's see here. They said originally he was going to be the main driving force of the new Avengers films and all that. With his passing, Chadwick Boseman's passing, they're going to move towards Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel as the main leads for the next generation of the Marvel films, which you saw already with Doctor Strange being in the next Spider-Man film. So let's see here. Originally, Kevin Feige wanted to recast Chadwick Boseman's character, and that guy got a lot of resentment. And then Ryan Coogler, the director, great writer and director, watch Fruitvale Station, he said, no, let's not do that. And he was originally going to do Shuri or M'Baku, the king that is up in the mountains. He wanted M'Baku actually to take over and to be the Black Panther, and he was writing it that way. And then eventually they've come to decide, Disney and him, Coogler, that they're going to make a whole new character, so to take over the mantle. Not sure I like that. Not sure. So I would have been interested in seeing M'Baku take over, or Shuri. I don't really care.
Yeah. What was it that she tweeted out? Was it Letitia Wright?
Yeah.
She tweeted some stuff out. Was she anti-vaxxer or anti?
She's anti-vaxxer.
So it's like, oh man.
And she also liked and retweeted that they shouldn't make a Black Panther 2. I don't think that won over any people in Disney. So,
especially if she was going to be the star of it.
How dare I be in a multi-million-dollar film? Oh, damn, my life is difficult. Oh, no.
They should just bring Killmonger back and make him the Black Panther.
You think they're regretting that decision to kill him off now? Damn it.
I think they can win him.
But he didn't die.
Yes. You know what, though? You could bring him back. You could say there was a time with all this stuff going on in Infinity War and that. Maybe Endgame. Maybe there was something.
Yeah, after Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, anything's going to be possible.
And you know what?
Killmonger come back. He's going to be the good guy.
Yeah. Killmonger was not incorrect either on his claim. I mean, to be honest.
His claim wasn't incorrect, but what he was planning on doing as king.
Well, everybody goes a little power hungry. I mean, it doesn't happen often, but you know. But yeah, the main bad guy of Black Panther 2 is Jim's favorite character and Jeff's favorite character, Namor, the Submariner. So, can't wait for that.
Bad guy of a landlocked African country?
Yeah. And Doctor Doom will be the secondary. Namor? What's his name? How do you say it?
Namor?
Okay. Shut it, Jim.
Namor?
I don't know.
So in the MCU, is Namor going to be, a friend of Captain America's like he was in the comic books?
I don't know. They said that his country, because he's supposed to be in charge of Atlantis, the underground city. They renamed it Lemuria, Lemuria. I'm like, okay. And basically, Black Panther 2 will be a three-way war between Wakanda, Latveria. Is that Dr. Doom's?
Dr. Doom, yeah.
Yeah, and Lemuria. So there you go.
Well, might as well have a three-way war against three fictional places.
Sure, why not? So, I don't know if I like the whole casting of a new character for Black Panther's mantle. I think you have enough people there. You could even have done Okoye. I would have been fine with her taking over. But I don't know. I feel like sometimes you the easiest path is the one that they always avoid. So there you go. That's about it. Jeff, you want to do some box office news and World of Reports over there?
Oh, I should probably bring that up, huh?
Dun, 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 dun. Box office news, World Reports with Jeff. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, trying to stall so you get your news, so you get your stuff. Jeff, he's our man. He knows movies.
Yeah, you can stop now.
Okay. I could sing Gummy Bears.
No, not even that terrible song Jim made us listen to.
Jim on Twitter told us that if I sang Gummy Bears theme song any season, that he was going to hang up today. And I like Jim a lot, and I don't want that to happen. So I am not going to sing it this week. Just for you, Jim.
Thank you.
So, the box office news for January 8th, 2021 through January 10th, 2021. We have Wonder Woman 1984 made $3 million. Total of $32.5 million on a budget of $200 million. So they made $32 million, even though anybody can watch it at home for, well, not for free, but for free trial to HBO Max if they really wanted it. And still got $32 million in the American cinema. Number 2, The Croods: A New Age made another $1.8 million, a total of $37 million on a $65 million budget. This is Jason's favorite new movie.
The Croods?
Yep.
Yeah, it was not horrible. Put that on the post.
News of the World made $1.25 million, a total of $7.1 million on a $38 million budget. I thought it wasn't coming out till next week.
It's in movie theaters now, video on demand this week.
Oh, so it's already out in the theaters.
Yeah.
The World's been out for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, apparently. I probably even talked about it last week, but
remember the guy who said knows movies? That's why he's talking about it. He doesn't know movies, Jason.
He doesn't know a damn thing.
No.
Number 4, Monster Hunter made $1.1 million, a total of $7.8 million on a $60 million budget. They hunt monsters, I heard.
I don't think it's making its money back.
Well, not in the theater, but hopefully they. And Fatale made $670 million, a total, or $670,000. Whew,
That'd be
take
a
that
record.
back. No, it wouldn't. But no.
No, in 1 week.
Didn't something already break that?
I don't know. I'm not looking that up.
But it made $670,000, a total of $4 million on an unknown budget.
Top 5 this week was the same as last week in no order. So there you go.
Upcoming January 15th, we have Bloody Hell.
Bloody Hell. A man with a mysterious past flees the country to escape his own personal hell, only to arrive somewhere much, much worse.
Somebody else's personal hell?
I guess.
Also coming out, we have The Marksman.
The Marksman. A rancher on the Arizona border becomes the unlikely defender of a young Mexican boy desperately fleeing the cartel assassins who pursued him into the U.S. Liam Neeson. Catherine Winnick.
That was Liam Neeson, like, chasing somebody, like in Taken, or Taken 2, or Taken 3, or that other one that wasn't Taken but was just the same thing as Taken.
I imagine he's the marksman.
Oh.
So he's not chasing, he's protecting in this one.
Walk amongst the tombstones, the snowman one, the snowplow guy, Mr. Plow.
Mr. Plow is the name. That name again is Mr. Plow. Also coming out, we have MLK/FBI.
A documentary based on newly declassified files. Sam Pollard's resonant film explores the U.S. government's surveillance and harassment of Martin Luther King Jr. Top filled cast: James Comey.
Oh. I think
Well, I
that's it
don't
this
know
week.
about those released files, but apparently we're getting them released files in June about the aliens. So
Yes. Do you think, Jeff, that there's aliens?
that we have
Yes.
discovered, no.
Okay.
Did you see what happened last Wednesday?
I don't think those are aliens. I think those are Earthlings with mental problems.
I think
no.
the alien.
Same difference.
Nicolas Cage just needed to steal the Declaration of Independence.
It was just a distraction.
Did somebody tweet that Bruce Willis, he got kicked out of a pharmacy this week for not wearing a mask?
He got kicked out of a Rite Aid for refusing to wear a mask when he had one around his neck.
Yeah, I was like, I saw the picture. I'm like, he's wearing a bandana.
But it's okay. Dead people can't get COVID, so.
That's right. That's right.
Are we positive they can't? I mean, if the body's still warm, could a virus still? I don't know.
I think it was up to 2 days, wasn't it? They said originally, like back in March. So, wow, way to be depressing there. Anyways, so let's do something lighthearted. Let's do a top 5. Jeff, give me some music.
Dun, 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 bump. Top 5.
Top 5 this week. Top 5 television shows you loved growing up. They don't have to be good. Like you just loved them growing up, and we're not talking that they're bad now when you do a second viewing of them, that they don't hold up. We're just saying top 5 television shows you loved growing up. We were asked what age range. I would say, 6, 7, maybe 7 through 17, 16? What do you think?
I did anything up until I turned 18 was my age range.
I like
because
that.
that was growing
I
up.
don't consider myself a grown-up.
Good call.
So things from yesterday?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Titans will not be on that show, on that list. Go ahead, Jim. You start, buddy. What's yours?
I will start with the 1985 Disney's cartoon, Gummy Bears, Adventures of Gummy Bears.
We do not need to hear any song.
God dang
Jim
it,
just
Jim.
wants to hang up because it was the only thing on his list, and he can claim.
No.
Smurfs, where do they come from? I don't know. Smurfs, where do they come from? 1890, down the street. Smurfs.
That's close enough.
No. Why?
Yes.
The Smurfs come from 1890?
Jim hung up.
He hung up. Good for him.
That was his plan. You fell into his plan, Jason.
Well, I'm adding him again.
Hey,
Manipulate.
hey, there's Jim.
Jim now unavailable.
He just joined.
Jim, are you there?
Yes.
Oh. Hi, Jim. I knew you couldn't be mad at me, sandwich. If you didn't answer, I was just going to start going through my Skype phone book and just start calling people.
Neil, what are your favorite shows growing up?
You know what? I will do that. Jeff, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is The Brady Bunch.
Okay.
It was reruns. I'm not that old to watch the original, but it was on every day, probably 2 or 3 different stations. You watch on with Atlanta TBS or Chicago WGN or the local station, so you could always find the Brady Bunch at least once a day. And for whatever reason, it was like one of my favorite shows growing up.
Okay. So you said the Brady Bunch?
I said the Brady Bunch.
Okay. Brian, number 5.
My number 5 was Bobby's World.
Oh.
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel. Love that show.
Okay. Cool.
I don't think Brian and I are going to have too many overlaps because I was an
Probably
adult. I was an adult when the shows you.
Well, I don't know
I mean-
because my parents let us watch a lot of like adult shows growing up. So my number 5 is going to be Perfect Strangers. So we're so happy we do the dance of joy. La la la. Hey 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 hey.
That was,
What's that?
that was one that I saw as a kid, but didn't understand it because I was a kid. But I've went back and rewatched it now, and I thought it was hilarious.
I really liked it. Like I said, it was one of my favorite shows.
You just like the comic stylings of Mark Lindbaker.
I do love Mark Lindbaker. Who doesn't? Let's see here. My number 4, I tied it. I tied it. It was Newhart when Bob Newhart was in charge of the bed and breakfast in Vermont, the inn. My bad. And with Daryl, and I tied it with
Larry
Wings.
Daryl.
Sorry, with Wings. Loved Wings growing up. I don't know why. I just really enjoyed it, and so that's my number 4.
I was an adult when Wings came out.
I just remember it coming on after Cheers. So
Shouldn't you have been in bed?
I think I was just old enough that they just, and I was the 4th kid. They didn't care at that point. So that's why. Let's see here. Brian, what's your number 4?
Number 4, Who's the Boss?
Just like that, Alyssa Milano.
Duh.
Did not
13-year-old Miss Alyssa Milano.
Number 4 for you, Jeff.
Number 4 for me was the Dukes of Hazzard.
With Coy and Vance.
I liked it even with Coy and Vance. It was better with Bo and Luke, but
Okay.
I think you just took off the Gimp's number 1.
I probably did.
Gimp does love Dukes of Hazzard.
You know what the Dukes of Hazzard did have? Daisy Duke.
That's right. We just got a message from Heno. Stop calling me while I'm trying to record, motherfucker.
Nice job. Has Heno ever actually been on our show?
I don't think so.
Well, they probably record on Tuesdays also. So,
Jim, what's your number 4?
My number 4, I'll go to there's only 2 seasons. Came out 77 and 78, but I kind of watched more reruns. We go the Laugh Olympics.
I forgot that one.
Where the Scooby Doobies took on the Yogi Yahooies against the Really Rottens.
Yep, I like it.
Just kind of stopped trying to cheat. They would have won, but all their cheating stuff always backfired.
That was a good one.
You were a fan of the Really Rottens, weren't you, Jim?
Oh, yeah.
Always root for the villains, unless it's real life.
I cheered for the Scooby Doobies because they had Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels on their side.
Captain Caveman,
Blue Falcon, and
Dynamite.
But Jim, what's your number 3?
My number 3 would be the 1984 cartoon, The Transformers.
Transformers, more than meets the eye.
I like it. No GoBots.
No, GoBots is trash.
Let's see here. Jeff, what's number 3?
My number 3 is Jeopardy.
You watched it growing up?
Yep, started in 1984. I watched it since it started.
Okay. We used to watch we watched both, but we used to watch Wheel of Fortune, and I always loved when they got to the person that won the round got to buy the stuff.
Yeah, once they stopped buying prizes, it sucked.
I'll take the $300 Dalmatian statue. I'll take that.
It was more like $600 for the ceramic Dalmatian.
That's right.
$60 for a deck of Gucci playing cards.
I always picture like the people that were on the show now are getting older and probably have passed away, like that they left that ceramic Dalmatian in the will to their kids. Like, oh, damn it. Why do I have this? Where did this come from?
If you want the house, you have to keep the ceramic Dalmatian.
Ceramic Dalmatian.
If anything happens to the Dalmatian, the house goes to charity.
Brian, what's yours?
Number 3, Mr. Belvedere.
Not a surprise.
Has anyone bought you the DVDs yet?
That I have not been. I've not been blessed with Mr. Belvedere on DVD.
Listeners, help us out here, please. Intern just wants the Belvedere seasons. Please do it. That's
Although I never did ask, since we were back from break, how many bottles of bourbon did you end up with?
I ended up with 7. Hang on, I got a list here. I believe it was 7. I got 7.
All right, so that paid off for you.
It did.
Let's see here. My number 3, let me get to my list here, is Gilligan's Isle. I used to watch that every day when I would get home from school. I loved that show. And I would watch it on Saturday mornings. I would watch it all the time. I loved Gilligan's Isle growing up. So there you go.
Loved it so much you didn't know that the title was Gilligan's Island.
Isle in the heading, the title cards. So that's why I said it that way, Jeff.
No, it isn't. No. It's Gilligan's Isle at the end of the closing song. Other than that, it's Island.
Brian, did you just send me a giant message that said, "Shut up, Jason"?
I did.
Oh,
because you sent me a giant message that said, "LOL." You hung up on me, so I called you.
Oh, I was sending it to Heno.
You sent it to us.
Oh, Jim hung up, so I was replacing him. Let's see.
Yeah, Heno didn't get that message, I'm guessing.
Heno sent me a message. I think he sees. I think we all see it.
He says, "Fucking burger calling me while I'm recording."
Yeah. See, there you go.
And then he left the conversation.
Oh, did he? Maybe I'll call him again. Anyways, let's see. Number 2 for me is Saturday night's main event. That they always would play in place of Saturday Night Live. The WWF at the time would have these shows once a quarter usually, and it was always a big thing too, because especially when I got older, like 8, 9 years old, it was a special occasion. I got to stay up till 1 a.m. Usually fell asleep to watch Saturday night's main event, or my parents would let me stay up to like 12 o'clock. I would at least see the first match.
I never found those as fun as just the average Saturday morning or, Saturday at noon wrestling.
I think growing up it was because I got to stay up later. I think that's the big reason. Brian, number 2.
Number 2, Night Court.
Oh, okay. John Larroquette.
Still one of the best theme songs.
Yeah.
What's the theme song?
It's an instrumental with a heavy bass line to it.
Oh, okay. Number 2 for you, Jeff.
Number 2 for me was The Young Ones. It was a British show from like 82, 83 that I suppose MTV brought over in like 85 or something. And it was, only 12 episodes, but it's a funny-ass show. And it is of its time, so you watch it now, it is very dated, but it's great. And, has one of Britain's favorite comedic actors, Rick Mayall, was the head writer and star, or one of the stars.
What channel was that on?
It was on MTV
in
the States. It was originally run on BBC Two.
Gotcha. Speaking of that, I sent something out last week or 2 weeks ago that they released the channels ratings in all of the country of the United States. And just to let you know, Hobie has more listeners each week than MTV Classic. So just to let you know, we have more listeners than that, and we almost have more listeners than Byron Allen's network, Comedy Network. So that's nice too. So
We also play more music than MTV Classic.
yes,
No,
yes.
MTV Classic is the one that actually plays music, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the only place you can. Now, granted, you have to be able to find MTV Classic. We're easier to find.
And we have more listeners than Newsy because they had 1,000 viewers most nights. That's what they average. So we definitely are higher than Newsies. So that's nice.
We get over 1,000 listeners.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we're pretty good.
People are desperate for entertainment.
Yes, they are.
Don't make fun of our listeners.
Damn it! No, keep listening, and then you apologize. Jim, number 2.
Except for Alabama, they stopped listening a while ago.
Fuck Alabama.
But go Austria.
That's right.
We love Austria.
Number 13, baby.
My number two. Will
number
have to be the 1983 cartoon lasted 4 seasons. G.I. Joe.
Thought that would be your number one.
Okay. Good one, Jim.
Now I'm curious as to what beat out G.I. Joe.
Well, he's going to tell you right now. What is it, Jim?
My number one, 1985 cartoon. We lasted 1 season, but there were 65 episodes. Mask.
Oh,
Oh,
Fucking-
you suck.
Did Brad from the Cinema Guys get to you? Hey, Jim, blink. Are you okay? Is Brad there in the room? I can't see you. Never mind.
That was well worth it.
Fucking Mask. What a horrible show. Jeff, what's your number one?
My number one is Nickelodeon's You Can't Do That on Television.
Yep. I don't know that.
The beginning of the Green Slime.
Okay.
And Morissette's career.
And Christine's.
Well, it was also the end of Christine's career.
The car?
And
Kevin Kubacheski. Doug is on there.
Brian, what's your number one?
Number one, King of Queens.
Okay. So my number one,
so we're guessing that since the Explorer Kevin, he predicted it correctly.
he did. He predicted Brian would be King King, even though you weren't growing up. Oh, you're killing me, Brian.
Did he just
I
preference
was.
this whole thing that he's not done growing up?
Yeah. My number one is I don't want to wait for life to be over. Dawson's Creek. Love it. I love Dawson's Creek. Must watch TV. Loved it.
No, it wasn't.
And you're making fun of Jason for watching, or for Brian for watching King of Queens.
Oh God, yeah. I know it's bad TV, Dawson's Creek, but oh my God, I loved it. Still loved it. I was always a Pacey.
King of Queens started when I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
Well, there you go. He
You know what, Brian?
Still growing up.
Brian, you had backing. We will allow it. Good job. That's all we have.
When the hell did Dawson's Creek start? Because
It was before that. 'Cause
Really?
I remember.
wouldn't have.
Actually, it was 98. So it was right around then. Yeah, 98.
Oh, damn it.
You were over 18 when that
Damn it.
started.
Damn it. Okay, fine. I got an honorable mention for it. Benny Hill. Benny Hill
Okay.
show.
I'll give you
love
Benny Hill. We
That's
discussed
a
that
little-
at work.
Kid.
What's that?
It's a little inappropriate for you as a kid.
My grandparents would let me watch it all the time. I loved it. And I didn't
But
get
they-
half the jokes.
They had
but
sexy parties where they ran around in fast motion.
They did. So Benny Hill. Honorable mention for me, I had Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, the game show.
Oh yeah, I was an adult when that was on, but I watched that
Where
as an
in the
adult.
world is Carmen
Carmen
Sandiego?
My
And-
honor Caillou.
What's that?
What, Jim?
My honor mention is with the show like Caillou.
Oh, so, I'm telling you,
It.
they canceled Caillou and the world went to shit. I'm just saying.
No,
that
the world
fucking
went to shit before they canceled Caillou.
that fucking bald-headed freak.
I had as an honorable mention, I had Robin of Sherwood, another BBC show that was on Showtime in the mid 80s. And I also had MTV's Headbangers Ball.
Brian, anything? Honorable mention?
My honorable mentions, I had 3. I had Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Okay.
Coach,
Oh.
which, by the way, I'm a quarter of the way through the first of the Orlando Breakers season.
How is it?
It's rough. It's rough. And then I had Family Matters.
Okay. Jim, anything?
No, I just listed my favorite cartoons there from the mid and early and late 70s.
My wife actually made a list. My
Ooh.
wife, for once. Number 5.
So I get to make fun of her next time I see her based on this list.
Yes, actually, she had 6 because she's like, I fucking let you build a studio, so I'm doing 6.
Hold me the fuck out of it. That's fine.
So Beverly Hills 90210. The Real World, the original seasons, like the first 2 or 3 seasons.
I watched those.
Step by Step. Full House.
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell. And number 1, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Honorable mention, the Olympics. And she's like, it was just a huge thing, like, to see it, because if you missed it, you weren't watching it again because there wasn't any replays or anything. And she's like, I always remember it was like a big deal to watch the Olympics. Like, the networks promoted it so much.
Oh, yeah, they did.
So there you go.
I remember when we used to watch the Olympics, Jason.
Mm-hmm. And we would bet on how many people were in each country that was participating.
We gambled on the opening ceremonies.
We may be able to do that come July.
No, we won't.
I put my name in for the vaccine. So.
Oh, I'm not saying we won't be vaccine, but even if we haven't done the Olympics for 8 years now because you started a family, so the Olympics are off the board.
You know what, Jeff? Let's
What?
change that up this year, buddy. Let's change it up. Let's change it. Doctor number 1, we had a lot of listener response on this one. We'll try to get through as many as possible. Doctor number 1 had Misfits of Science.
I did like that. Ooh, Cop Rock.
The Pickup Artist with Mystery, and Are You Hot with Lorenzo Lamas. I don't know those. He Tobied it.
I think.
Yeah.
I think he was already an adult by the time the Pickup Artist came on. I don't think he grew up with that one.
Automan and Manimal, because he loves Manimal. Doctor number 1 loves Manimal. Randall Holt, RJ Holt 666. It's not evil.
He's just handled that way.
Knight Rider. Dukes of Hazzard. Alf. He hobied it. Transformers and G.I. Joe. And number 1, this is a classic, Sledgehammer. Great show. He blew up the city.
I forgot to put on my list. Small Wonder.
Oh, God. That was creepy.
What does Vicky stand for?
Boys.
Did he get voice? I don't know. Honorable mention, Mask. Fuck you. And Night Court. He said his favorite show this past weekend was the Pittsburgh Steelers losing. So there you go. Let's see. I'm just making sure there.
Oh, I forgot about the baseball bunch.
Which one was that?
That was the one where
then we
Johnny
have
Bench
then we have
taught
Silence.
baseball to young kids. I'm sorry, Jim. What?
Another breath of silence. The dugout wizard.
Oh yeah, Tommy
You know,
Lasorda.
you know what? Growing up, you know, was another big one. Sorry. That I completely forgot about. I'll throw an honorable mention. The Sports Machine. Remember that?
Not growing up.
I loved that. It was on Sunday night. They had all the highlights from the past week. So yeah.
What was the Saturday afternoon baseball thing?
This week in baseball.
This week in baseball.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That
Twibno.
was awesome.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
did
that
like
so
this week
much.
in baseball too.
You know, they brought that back and forth several times. Now it's more of an educational thing for kids to teach them like how to play baseball and like how to do that stuff. I don't know if it's still on, but it was on like last year or 2 years ago. It was kind of interesting about it.
Kind of what the baseball bunch was. It taught you fundamentals of playing baseball with Johnny Bench hosting all the little kids, and they always, like Jim said, the dugout wizard. They always went to the dugout, and Tommy Lasorda would teach them a lesson on how to play baseball.
Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah, that's what we just were doing the breath of silence for a minute.
Oh, I just heard dugout wizard. I didn't know.
Thanks for tuning in with us this week, Jason.
Maybe you need to use headphones, Jason.
Anyways, listener feedback on this question, or this top 5. Cinema Guys had Night Court, Knight Rider, Alf, Fraggle Rock, Down at Fraggle Rock, and Who's the Boss? Who's the Boss?
Fraggle.
Oh yeah, no Muppet Show. Oh, I should have thought of that one. We love watching that too.
Time to light the lights. Niecy, our favorite nurse from Indiana. Not Cincinnati though. Love Boat.
Because she's not from Cincinnati.
That's right. Mork and Mindy. Laverne and Shirley's and the Happy Day. She hobied it. Number 2, Dance Fever. And number 1, Dukes of Hazzard. And she said, honorable mention, Solid Gold.
Solid Gold. Was that the one Andy Gibb hosted?
Yep.
And the Solid Gold Dancers.
Steve from EILFM had South Park, Duckman, The Critic, It Stinks. The Simpsons, and Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. I think that's a Utah thing. Kristen Hale
Air.
had number 5, Laverne and would you shut it?
No, I'm doing the call for Captain Power or Captain Planet.
Laverne and Shirley, Golden Girls, Picture It. Thundercats, Fantasy Island, and Love Boat.
Thundercats. Oh.
Let's see. We had a couple more. Joe Keating. He had Doogie Howser. Forgot about that. Saved by the Bell. A-Team. Dukes of Hazzard, and Knight Rider. Knight Rider's been on a few. His honorable mentions were Growing Pains, Who's the Boss, Home Improvement, Roseanne, and Perfect Strangers.
That's the one I forgot. Home Improvement. How did I forget that?
We did watch that a lot.
Man.
That JTT, he was sweet.
Dev had Thundercats, Step by Step. This is the one I forgot about that I would watch a lot too with my grandparents and my parents. Empty Nest. That's a good one. Richard Mulligan. MASH. And Golden Girls and Family Matters. He hobied that shit. Let's see here. Jen, the Ditman's wife, had MacGyver, Magnum P.I., Murder, She Wrote,
What?
Cosby Show, probably doesn't do well now, and Saved by the Bell.
I did watch the Cosby Show quite a bit, but
yeah,
not making any lists these days.
I did think about putting Cheers on there because I watched Cheers with my dad a lot, but I liked Newhart just a little bit more back in the day. I don't know how Newhart stands up now, I don't think I've seen it on regular TV in ages. So,
I think it still holds up just as well as any other show from the 80s. Maybe even a little better. Because it wasn't necessarily, have to take place at that specific time. It was a quaint little town they lived in with some crazy people that lived in it. So,
and their daughter Stephanie
wasn't their daughter.
It was their niece?
I don't know if she was even related. I don't think they had a daughter. Stephanie was the cousin of the other girl who left after the first season, and I don't think she was necessarily related.
Well, it was 7, so I apologize. Sorry. And finally, Chris Richardson. G'day, mate, from 365 Flicks Podcast.
Oh, how many of these will we actually know?
DuckTales.
Oh,
Might
okay.
solve a mystery.
Rewrite this. Ooh, DuckTales.
He-Man. Airwolf. Oh, Airwolf. Transformers. And number 1, which has been the popular one, consensus amongst everyone, Knight Rider. So there you go.
So I had more British shows on my list than the guy from the Great Britain.
You did.
All right.
Let's see here. And that's about it. So, bad idea of the week. Number 210, storming a government building. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
It's only 210?
Yeah.
I thought you meant 2, number 2.
No. 21. How about 21? We'll cut a 0 off. You happy, Jeff?
Yeah, that makes me happier. It's a pretty bad idea.
210, shooting yourself in the nuts with a taser. Don't do it. So, there you go. There we go. That was the show this week. Thanks for listening. And wait, we need titles, don't we? I'm sorry, I apologize. Does anyone have titles?
I've got a couple. But...
I have Mask.
Mask. Oh, that's the wrong list.
I have. I only eat organic food. Let's see here.
Let's see. I have Because It's Your Fault. Sporty Yoda is a douchebag. Party Like It's 1999. And Axes and Hoes.
I had. I only eat organic food. Organic food hunger strike. Donation money. I want that ceramic Dalmatian. And that's it.
I had the Axes and Hoes podcast. Are we now a Browns podcast?
We can't do that because people will get the wrong idea and think we talked a lot about the Browns.
Insurrections have consequences.
That's just after school program right there.
That's it.
Okay.
It has no butthole.
You're
dropping the joke now. Stop being funny.
Oh no, it's always going to be funny, but
he's got to revisit it at the end of the year. He's got to go back to it. So what was it? What are we doing? Axes and Hoes? Sounds good.
That sounds good to me.
Axes and Hoes.
Sounds great. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.